Hello. So it is day 10 of my recovery, and I'm a really bad person and I didn't film anything like the day of and stuff. It was really hard for me to actually film and stuff while I was recovering, but I did write a bunch of notes down what to expect. When you first get to your hospital, you're going to check in, they're going to put you in the holding room, and they're going to put an IV in you and have a marker where we put the IV. Doesn't hurt that bad. It hurts a little bit, but that's probably the most painful part of this whole process. And that's basically it. If you have anxiety, tell the anesthesiologist. She'll give you something to make you all happy and mellow. That's what I did. Okay, and I wrote some notes and stuff because I didn't film anything like I said. So hours after surgery, I remember being brought into the recovery room. I kept drifting in and out of consciousness and seeing my parents by my bed. They took out my breathing tube and I didn't feel anything. I freaked out for a bit because I wanted to throw up because I had a lot of air inside of me. I threw up a little bit of blood twice, but I think it was blood that was in my mouth, not in my stomach. I didn't actually throw up the blood from my stomach until 5 o'clock in the morning the next day. But I felt really good. Don't worry, you're not going to choke on your blood or your throw up or whatever. It's not that hard to throw up. It sounds kind of weird. It just kind of comes out. It's really gross, but you feel a lot better after you throw up. Okay. I stayed in the hospital for a night. I left at 11 in the morning the next day. My throat did hurt a lot because of the breathing tube. And it's really hard to swallow. You put things in your mouth with a syringe or a cup, depending on whatever's easier for you. And because you're drooling so much, you swallow and you still feel liquid in your mouth and you just can't swallow it. So, you expect to drool a lot. If you're staying for more than one night at the hospital, you should definitely use the suction thing they give you. You put it in your mouth, you have to draw all the saliva, all the blood. A lot better than going, it's kind of gross. I had no pain. It was a little bit nauseous still, but I wasn't I knew I wasn't gonna throw up. I was just kind of nauseous. I took a nap on the first day and I freaked out because I couldn't breathe, because your nose does bleed a lot and it was really congested, and I actually made the mistake of leaving the heater on in the room, and that makes it worse. So don't turn your heater on. It makes your throat dry and it makes your nose dry, and then you freak out. So I panicked, but it was fine. I just took a deep breath and relax. I don't want to cut my rubber bands and ruin one day after surgery. I just drank apple juice the first day because everything else was just too thick to swallow. Day 2 felt a little bit better. There was no bruises and my swallowing was basically the same. It was easier for me to talk, but it was still really hard to swallow, food. If the blood clots get really, really bad, it's just impossible for you. Not impossible, but it's really hard for you to breathe. Take a really hot shower. Sit down in a chair if you think you're too weak to, stand up. Perhaps someone be with you, like your mom or a friend or whatever. And just sit there. That was what I would do when things get kind of overwhelming. I would just sit in the shower. It was a lot better. And use Q-tips with water and just gently run it around the inside of your nose. You can't blow your nose, you can't pick at it or anything, just whatever, helps get rid of the gunk. One thing I noticed on day 2 is when I would burp or anything, my throat would get really cold, and I don't know if it's normal or if it's just me or if it was because of the breathing tube, but that's something you could expect. I'm not so sure. On day 3, I made the mistake of actually taking my pain medication. I say a mistake for me because I wasn't in too much pain. I could have taken children's Motrin and been fine. My mom suggested taking my actual pain med. She was like, well, they gave it to you for a reason. And I was like, okay, you're right, whatever. I took it, but because I hadn't really eaten anything, it didn't sit with my stomach very well, and I got really nauseous, and it kept me up all night wanting to throw up, and it was really bad. So if you don't need pain meds, don't take it. Just take Motrin. I also had phlegm. Okay, you may or may not have phlegm. I hadn't read about it too much in other people's blogs, but you might have it. If If you do have phlegm, don't drink anything with milk, okay? It's gonna make it worse. And you're not gonna like it when your mouth's wired shut and you're coughing and, you know, you freak out. But I did make myself a milkshake with no milk. It probably sounds odd, but I used, this protein shake. It's called Shakeology. I just had it already, so I was like, why not use it? So I made that with peanut butter, ice, and just water. And I put it through a strainer so I could, you know, there wouldn't be any chunks. And that helped a lot, having food in my system. And I still couldn't sleep throughout the night. I couldn't drink water still because my mouth tasted so gross, because you can't really brush your teeth when your mouth is wired shut like that. So everything you're eating, you kind of just taste it, even with mouthwash. Don't use mouthwash with alcohol, okay? They'll give you mouthwash in the hospital because that's not good. It's gonna burn. So I couldn't drink water. Water was disgusting. I was sticking to like Gatorade and apple juice and stuff. Gatorade was like my holy grail. So I've been drinking non-stop. On day 4, it was easier for me to pass liquids. Didn't feel as weak. The swelling had gone down a little bit from my neck. My left ear, I got like a dull ache on it, but it's gone now. Kept drinking Gatorade, apple juice, Shakeology, and I tried Campbell's chicken noodle soup. I blended it and strained it, and that was really good when all I was having was like apple juice. I'm getting annoyed that I can't brush my teeth. That's what I wrote down. And my lip kept twitching and I felt pins and needles on my chin. On day 5, sorry, this is TMI, but if you're a girl, you should probably try to schedule your surgery around your period. Like, have your period before your surgery, because I got mine on the 5th day, and that wasn't fun. But the only thing I felt was cramps, but I got rid of that with the heating pad. Drinking a bunch of Gatorade to stay hydrated. On day 6 was really hard for me. I got really emotional on day 6. I started crying because I was so sick and tired of like drinking the same things every day and getting really tired going to the bathroom and like walking back and then wanting to pass out. I got frustrated that I couldn't do something so simple. So that sucked. But yeah, I mean, I got over it. This is gonna get better, you know. Day 7, I woke up. That was the day of my post-op appointment, Jesus. And I woke up with a lot of energy that day. I don't know if it's because I was like excited to see what was gonna happen, but I had a lot of energy that day. Got to my surgeon. He said I was healing really well. That, you know, he's actually like really impressed with how fast I'm healing. And he was gonna take these off, all of them, not these, the ones that I originally had, and see my bite was okay. And then I was gonna brush my teeth, which I was so happy for. I have pictures. I'll probably put them somewhere here of me like brushing my teeth. And you know, you see your smile for the first time, and you know, seeing it kind of made it all worth it. This past week made it all worth it, because it sucked, you know, at first. It's not horrible, like I would do it again if I had to, but like, you know, halfway through it, you're kind of like, why did I do this to myself? But seeing your smile, like, I can bite properly now, made it worth it. He put 3 bands on my teeth. Let me see if I can see them. He put these 2, and he was gonna leave it at just these 2, but he said my mending was really good, so he didn't want to risk it, so he put the one in the middle. But yeah, I can do that now. I still eat from a syringe and stuff, because it's just easier with certain foods to eat through that, like soup. Sometimes I can sip my soup through like a bowl or a cup. I can eat mashed potatoes now if I open my mouth and like hit it through my bands. Though I'm not doing that too often. I don't want to open and close my mouth like crazy still. I can actually chug Gatorade, which was a good accomplishment for me, because at the first day I couldn't even like sip from a cup, let alone drink or chug from it. I did get a couple more things to eat. I've eaten like yogurt and stuff because I just got tired of other stuff that I was eating. I'm still really swollen from here. The bridge of my nose is really swollen and it feels swollen still. This part of my nose is a little bit numb. This is swollen. This whole area is just swollen. You can just see it from like the side. My cheeks are not this puffy. Nothing here is numb. Nothing here is numb. My lip here is a little bit numb, and then just this area. But that's basically it. Everything else is pretty good. I can feel like the screws and plates and stuff that they use down here, and they put stitches here somewhere. I don't know why they're all the way down here. I thought it was like all the way up here. Whatever. Point is, I'm feeling really great. It's, you know, just 10 days. I see him again on the 31st for my 3 week. And he says everything's looking good, and I didn't expect to be like this on 1 week, so I'm really happy about that. All I have to say is it'll get better. There's rough days. Everyone's gonna have a rough day, but you know, it's worth it in the end. Like it's not even worth it in the end. It's worth it like at your 1 week checkup, and you can see that your teeth are touching and stuff. So if you're having a rough day, just keep your head up. It'll get better. You'll be able to eat properly very soon. And yeah, I guess I'll try my best to actually record more now when things happen. And I'll try to load a video up again next week if anything has changed, like swelling or anything. But until then, see you guys.